In today's video, I discuss why it is I love to train. Hey guys, before I start the video, I just wanted to ask one favor. I noticed on some analytics on my YouTube that 44% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribers. Now, I understand if you don't want to subscribe or whatever the reason, maybe you didn't like my content, but if you're watching my content regularly, let me tell you, I don't ask for anything from you guys. I'm just trying to give you guys information and free questions, but I love seeing the subscribe button go up. It kind of motivates me and lets me know that I'm doing things the right way. So if you enjoy the content and watch on a regular basis, just hit the subscribe button and I'd really appreciate it. You guys have a great day and enjoy the video. What's going on, guys? Today it's Thursday and I'm doing a different video than I usually do. Most of my videos of recent history have all been like questions or topics that I find are very common questions for either clients of mine or, you know, things that I enjoy answering or talking about, discussing. But some interesting things happened today, and you know, I was looking for a post on Instagram, and I was scrolling back through my phone, and the cool thing about, I think I've had an iPhone since like 2008, is that I still have every picture pretty much that I've ever taken on that iPhone because I keep upgrading the size. And so it's kind of like a personal diary, my pictures on my iPhone. I don't know if anybody else has that, but I find it very comforting to know that I can just look at pictures from so long ago. And the picture I posted today on my Instagram was from 2009. And you know, I have series of pictures, like I'll have a group of pictures, and sometimes I'll tend to notice the one picture all the time. But this picture, it's one that I had never really looked at before, and as I was scrolling through it, I was just kind of taken back to that moment when I was backstage at that show. I'll post a picture here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. This is the picture that I posted on Instagram today. Basically just backstage pumping up for a bodybuilding show from 2009. The same show that the thumbnail from this video was taken. And it really got me thinking about the topic of why I do what I do. Because I completely understand that this lifestyle is a bit strange. I mean, I spent a lot of time focusing on changing my physique and improving it and understanding the process and being able to help other people do it. So why? I figured it would be a good topic to discuss. I've got a lot of new viewers. A lot of people probably don't know anything about me, and I thought it would just be a good time to discuss why I train. What do I get out of it? What are the benefits for me? Why do I continue to push myself after 20-something years in the gym to continually be better in the gym? And so I want to start with early on. Why did I start training early on? I still remember the first time I felt like I needed to start lifting weights, and that was probably early high school, and a friend of mine was driving, and I looked over in his arm. You know, he was driving a stick shift in his arm, and you could see like the tricep and the bicep, and it was all like, you know, detailed and muscular. And I asked him, I was like, why do your arm, you know, what are you doing? What do your arms look like? He's like, oh, I started working out, you know, I'm doing like a workout program. And I played baseball with this guy, and so I thought, wow, like that's pretty cool. Like it got my attention. And so I immediately started looking into it, and I took a weightlifting class in high school, which was, you know, I don't remember much about the weightlifting class. I remember going in every day. We'd joke around, do some chest, do some stuff, and you know, we had one of the football coaches in there with us, so he would like test our strength at the beginning of the class, and I think I did pretty okay. I was pretty happy with the results, but there was one moment that I'll never forget, and that was a particularly attractive girl who I believe she was in my grade, might have been a class or two younger, that was in the class. And after a few months of weightlifting class, she just commented, wow, Paul, I can really tell you've been working out. That shit sticks with you, dude. I can remember that thing like it was yesterday. And so I think early on, my motives for the gym were purely like ego driven. Like, I want to look better, I want people to notice me. I was a very tall, skinny kid growing up. I think I've mentioned that, but being skinny didn't bother me. I just liked what I saw, and I remember looking through the Arnold Schwarzenegger bodybuilding encyclopedia, going through the pages and just seeing all the big muscles and ripped guys, and I thought, that's something I want to strive for. But why after 6 months, or why after a year or 2 years, when the progress stopped coming, did I continue to stick with the gym? Like, what is it about me that makes me want to lift weights? And, you know, I've had some time to reflect over my life, and I realize I kind of really enjoy things that require a lot of effort and have a delayed gratification effect. A lot of the things I get into, you know, I've got a master's degree, I've been playing guitar for 20 years. Like, these are things like education and, you know, guitar and weightlifting, and I'm sure there's some other hobbies out there that they require a lot of effort just to get to a place where you even appear to be doing anything. You know, especially, you know, with bodybuilding, gosh, like, you know, there can be years that go by and it seems like you're not making progress, but I love that challenge, and I know that about myself. And do I love the benefits of, you know, putting on a t-shirt and feeling like I lift, or, you know, maybe getting comments from strangers or friends like, what do you do? Why do you look like that? Yeah, I love that. And granted, I'm not particularly a big guy. You know, for a tall guy, I've got a little bit of muscle on me, but, you know, I don't stand out in a crowd as a freaky bodybuilder. But I definitely feel like, you know, I look very good for, you know, a 41-year-old guy. But that's no longer what drives me. It's funny how you find what you really love just through pursuing different avenues and different things. So why I trained early on was, I think I wanted that attention. I think I saw other people getting attention, and I thought, you know, this is a good way. But what happens when you lift weights is you build a lot of confidence. You start to enjoy the process. You start to build some self-worth, and you start to value yourself differently. You start to understand, like, okay, if I put in something, I get something out of it. And that carries over a lot into other areas of life. You start to understand that, okay, if I want to get this, I got to do this to get there. So at this point, it's completely different for me. I train for completely different reasons. Today is an off day from the gym for me. And I have to be honest, you know, even with all the stuff that's going on in my life, I miss just one day at the gym. Like, forcing myself to take a day off at the gym, it's probably why I'm doing this video, because it just reminds me why I love to go to the gym, why I love to train, why I love the process of adding grams of muscle after 20 years of bodybuilding, and tinkering with nutrition and tinkering with training programs and setups and experimenting with things. And so that's why I train. I train because it's like a part of me, a part of what makes me happy, what makes me go, along with a lot of other little things. But I think what I found, I had a little conversation yesterday, I found that the people that tend to be long-time competitive physique athletes, doesn't mean you got to compete, but, you know, just that grind to always be doing better, we tend to have a lot of common interests. I know a lot of people like that are musicians or have advanced degrees, and I just keep coming across these trends. And so the picture on the thumbnail is of me competing on stage, and competing was not something that came into my mind until my 30s, right? Like, that picture, I was 33 years old for that picture. My first competition, I was 32. So, you know, for a lot of people, that's late in life, but for me, that was really when things started to change in my life, when I went from someone who was just getting by and, you know, felt like I was, you know, doing the right thing and living a normal life, to when things actually started to really get interesting for me, because I started pursuing the things that I really loved and started, you know, let's do a competition, let's see where that goes. And then it's kind of just taken off from there. But the desire to continue to compete is it's just an extension, I think, of me always kind of trying to find that next thing. And I think some of you guys will understand that. I mean, it doesn't have to be bodybuilding, you know. If your hobby is, you know, building race cars, I mean, you know, it's just always that process of making the car a little bit faster, a little bit faster. You know, whatever your projects may be, whatever it is, I think that learning a skill, getting very good at it, and then just continuing to improve at it over a long period of time, for me, that is thoroughly satisfying. And so whether it comes to whatever I'm doing, I tend to find there's common characteristics, but for me, training, it's just a part of me. And taking today off, even though I know my legs are destroyed and I have to deadlift tomorrow. So, you know, I did a really tough leg day this week, and, you know, trying out some new training. And I'm really excited about that, you know, things are sore and things are changing, you know, just changing a few variables, a few intensity techniques, you know, over my life of training. It's fun to try a few things out. But so, you know I need to take a day off. I know in my head, but it's still difficult. I still just want to go in and just do something. But taking a day off and reflecting on why I love to train so much and why it is a part of my life. I think early on, maybe it was a little bit about narcissism, but at this point in my life, I think it's very little about being narcissistic and almost exclusively about just bettering, challenging, improving, moving forward. You know, I just enjoy the process so much. So sorry guys if this wasn't the typical video that I put out, and if you're not interested in this type of editorial discussion, I completely understand. You know, I've gotten in the habit now of kind of doing a daily video, and you know, at least 5 days a week. And so this week I actually want to do 6 videos, which means today I needed to do a video. And it's weird when you don't have the juices flowing from like the gym and getting up. Like my day is a little bit different. I've had some like meetings and I had to go to like you know, stuff like that, and it wasn't the same excitement that the gym is. So I wasn't sure I was going to do a video today. I just didn't have that gumption. But you know what? Setting my next goal for myself. I want to start doing you know, more videos. So I'm going to try to do 6 videos this week. Tomorrow's video will be exciting because I'll deadlift and maybe I'll get some gym footage. So regardless, I'm going to put this out there, see what you guys think. Tell me to shut up if you don't like it. But if you like it, let me know. I'll do more you know, discussion topics like this. I also want to mention the free program that I'm providing got a pretty good response. I think I have close to 100 people that requested it, and I sent it to. So if you're interested in a free beginner's guide to training, now again, this is just something I'm testing out the waters with. I want to get some feedback, see where I can go with it, because ultimately, I know I can't provide coaching for all you guys. I know there's people out there that don't have the opportunity to hire a coach. It's very much a luxury. And honestly, like if you're a complete beginner, you probably don't need a coach. You just need to eat and lift. So this is kind of a guide for that person, for the person that wants to, what exercises should I do? How do I find a gym? What do I do if someone approaches me about being a personal trainer? You know, it's kind of a guide to just like your first entry into the gym. So I kind of wrote it from that perspective. If you're interested in that, just go to training@prophysique.com, or don't go there, send me an email to training@prophysique.com. Just say, hey, Paul, send me the program you mentioned, and I will send it right back to you. All right, guys, thank you for watching the video today. Hope you enjoyed the topic, and let's have an awesome Friday.